My Forced Marriage. Chapter 1. A Life of My Own. I was 22 years old, fresh out of college, and full of dreams. I wanted to build my life in New York City, work in publishing, and maybe one day write a book of my own. I believed America was the land where you could be who you wanted to be. But in my family's house, freedom was more complicated. My parents had come to the United States 30 years ago from a small town overseas. They worked hard, built a life, and raised me and my two brothers. They gave us food, shelter, and education. But there was one thing they held on to from the old world: the belief that marriage was not about love, but about family honor, duty, and arrangements. I didn't want to believe them when they said my life would follow their rules. I thought I could escape. I thought America meant choice. But I was wrong. Chapter 2. The Announcement. One Sunday morning, my father called me to the living room. His face was serious, his voice low. My mother sat beside him, her hands folded tightly. "We have decided something important for your future," my father said. "You are going to get married." I laughed, thinking it was a joke. But when I looked into his eyes, I saw no humor. My chest tightened. Married? To who? To the son of our family friends. You know them. They live in Chicago. His name is Samir. I froze. I barely knew the guy. We had met twice at weddings when I was younger. He was polite, quiet, and older than me by almost 7 years. "I don't even know him," I whispered. "You will know him after marriage," my mother said softly. "He is a good man, from a good family. He has a good job. This is the best choice for you." "No," I said firmly. "I don't want this. I want to make my own choice." My father's face turned red. "You will do what we say. You are our daughter. We know what is right for you. In our culture, children respect their parents' decisions." "But this is America," I cried. "I should have a say in my own life." His hands slammed on the table. "Enough. You will marry him. That is final." Chapter 3. Trapped. The days that followed felt like a nightmare. My parents started planning the wedding. My relatives congratulated me. Everyone smiled, except me. Inside, I was breaking. I wanted to scream, to run away, but where would I go? I had no money saved, no place of my own. My family controlled everything. At night, I cried into my pillow, thinking of all the dreams I had. My career, my independence, the possibility of love. All of it was slipping away. Friends from college called, asking how life was going. I couldn't tell them the truth. How could I explain that in the land of the free, I was still caged by tradition? Chapter 4. Meeting him. When Samir came to visit, I studied him closely. He was polite, well-dressed, and successful. He worked in finance, drove a nice car, and spoke respectfully to my parents. But when we were alone, I asked him straight, Do you even want this marriage?" He shrugged. "It doesn't matter what I want. My parents arranged it. They believe we will be a good match. I respect their decision." "So you're just going along with it?" I asked in disbelief. He looked at me with calm eyes. "It's easier not to fight. You will understand one day." His words made me feel even more trapped. He was not a bad man, but he wasn't my choice. He wasn't my love. He was a stranger who accepted his fate, while I still wanted to fight mine. Chapter 5. The Wedding. The wedding came too fast. I wore a beautiful white dress. My parents smiled with pride. Guests clapped and cheered. But inside, I was numb. When the priest asked if I took Samir as my husband, my voice shook. I wanted to shout no, but I whispered yes. And just like that, my life changed forever. Chapter 6. Married Life. Moving to Chicago with Samir felt like stepping into another prison. His apartment was big. His life was organized. But it wasn't mine. We lived together as husband and wife, but there was no love. He tried to be kind, but we were strangers sharing a roof. At night, when he reached for my hand, I pulled away. My heart wasn't there. My body felt heavy with sorrow. I tried to tell him how I felt. "I didn't choose this," I said one evening. He sighed. "Neither did I. But we must make it work. Our families expect it." Those words hurt more than silence. Our lives were not ours. They belonged to our families. Chapter 7. The Breaking Point. Months passed. I grew more restless, more unhappy. I stopped eating properly, stopped smiling. My friends noticed my absence. One day, my boss at work pulled me aside. "You're talented, but your heart seems somewhere else. Are you okay?" I broke down in tears. For the first time, I told someone the truth. "I was forced into marriage," I whispered. She hugged me tightly. "You don't have to live like this. You have rights. You have choices. You are in America. You are free." Her words lit something inside me. I wasn't powerless. I had a voice. Chapter 8. My Choice. That night, I looked at myself in the mirror. My eyes were tired, my face pale. But deep inside, I saw a spark of courage. I told Samir, "I can't do this anymore. I can't live a life I didn't choose." He looked surprised, but calm. "So what do you want?" "I want a divorce." For a long moment, he was silent. Then he nodded slowly. "If that is your decision, I will not stop you. I don't want to trap someone who doesn't want to be here." It was the first time I felt he truly respected me. Chapter 9. Freedom. The divorce process was painful, but when it was done, I felt like I could finally breathe. My parents were angry, disappointed, even ashamed. They told me I had ruined their reputation, but I didn't care. I rented a small apartment, got a second job, and began to live life on my own terms. It wasn't easy. I struggled with bills, loneliness, and guilt. But I also felt stronger every day. For the first time, I was living for me. Chapter 10. A New Beginning. 2 years later, I looked back at my forced marriage, not as a curse, but as a turning point. It taught me the value of freedom, the importance of choice, and the strength inside me. I no longer feared being alone. I knew who I was, and I knew that love, if it came, should be chosen, not forced. My life was not perfect, but it was mine, and that made all the difference.